Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about trading and analyzing Bitcoin, altcoins and other cryptocurrencies. If you're new here, I'm Sia, a professional trader, and today I'm going to give you guys an update on crypto so you can understand where I think price is headed in the coming days. Before I do start, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and also that notification bell so you're notified each time I'm posting something. I want to dive right into it. Last week I made an update where we were fighting with the monthly open, and my perspective on the market was that if we do lose this, we would head down to the lows. What I was expecting, since it was already tested so much, this level, was for it to break down and at least head down to this weekly support and also the 618 fib level. There was a lot of liquidity here, so I thought that we should at least be testing that. But we had a lot of dips over here on a lower time frame. There was a lot of divergences, and essentially that did suggest that these current lows were to hold for now, and it was still a good short trade from below 8300 to somewhere around 7800. For now, I think the last 3 or 4 days Bitcoin has absolutely shifted price structure, and what I want to show you is a price structure on the daily time frame. So we have a lower high and we had a lower low, and that Bitcoin made a higher high and a higher low and confirmed it with another higher high. So on the daily time frame right now we've made higher high, higher low and a higher high. So this is a shift in market structure. We are not challenging the highs that made this low. Essentially that's pretty far away from us, but on a medium term time frame we can say that Bitcoin is now trending upwards. Let's drill down to the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour time frame I have some pretty clear levels drawn out for us and a game plan. Essentially we had a good chance to be shorting, getting close to the high of this range, because you can see BTC now is trading within this range, and anything as close to the highs of this range would be a good place to manage risk for downside. It was a bit risky, but I am currently in a short. I would say that if you're not in a short and if you are in a long, you are in a decent position. I think currently the market is showing no reason to be closing longs. If we want to look at market and market structure, you can see a triple bottom formation over here with this 4-hour support as the neckline. So if you're actually looking for longs, I think this 4-hour support 8430 is a good level. It's a good level for price to hold, and it's also a good level to confirm this triple bottom formation. What is good and positive for Bitcoin is that the second impulse that has been made has actually been made on higher volume than the first impulse. So essentially this is not really a bearish sign, but from a macro time frame we are still in a range. This range is from 7730 to I would say about 8770. This is the range Bitcoin is trading in. If you are bearish, if you are short right now, I would suggest, I'm gonna put out some fibs here. Another bullish thing I wanted to talk about this impulse on Bitcoin is the retracement on the first impulse. This was a 38.2 retrace. That's, I think, pretty bullish, and it's quite in line with a bull market structure, or a reversal structure where you have initially very shallow retraces and getting followed by higher volume. Essentially, this is also positive for Bitcoin. The second retrace right now, we've only done a 23.6, but essentially I think there is going to be a few longs that are trapped here. This is all the late longers, but the 0.5 retrace is also close to 8400, and 8430 is the 4-hour support. So the game plan would be, if you're not in a position right now, you could get a good risk adjusted long around 8430. If we lose this level, I think the monthly open is a very, very important level. You can see price has been using it as a pivot. We were support here, broke down below it, resistance, broke back up, broke below, tested it as a resistance, and now we have broken above it with a good impulse. So I would say, if you are bearish and for a reflection that this is still either a range or this is a place where bears are still in control, the monthly open needs to break, guys. And this would be a good place to manage risk for a short position. If I see monthly open being retested, this is a great short position, because Bitcoin, it holds up in threes, but a fourth test of this level, there's a much higher probability that it would not hold. So these are the two scenarios I'm looking at, guys. For the upside, if you are not long yet, I'd be looking at this 4-hour support level, which would also be a confirmation of the triple bottom. If you are looking to short this, I would wait for a confirmation by closing below the monthly open and catching a short on a retest of this. If we are to continue, I think this weekly resistance is fairly strong. Longing into a strong resistance which is within a range is not so suitable. If we do not end up testing the 4-hour support, I would suggest to first wait for confirmation and longing a retest of this weekly resistance, which then turns into support. So this is the game plan right now, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be back with more updates on crypto, and be sure to check the crypto Twitter profile of Subverto. Going to be updating on a lot of alts. In fact, quickly you can have a look at Ethereum on the weekly time frame against Bitcoin. We've broken this long-term trend line, even though not on a very strong impulse and not on very impressive volume, but we have broken outside of it. I'm going to quickly drill down to the daily. So if this is holding a support, I think this is a good place to manage risk, break and retest of this trend line. And essentially this reflects well for the altcoin ecosystem. And even though altcoins have had a few sell-offs, I still think there's a lot of place to be looked at over there and a lot of money to be made. Be sure to check out the Twitter. I'll be updating on a few good opportunities on the alts that I can see. Alright guys, take care. That's all for me for now. Cheers. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and share it with someone else. And if you have any questions about what we covered today, please leave them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you or answer them in my next video. For more trading content and education, go ahead and click on the video on your right. Thanks for watching, guys, and cheers.